Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. I am Sean Anderson, Most Valuable Podcast. Alongside me is Brandon Swanson. Today, we are previewing the Christmas night matchup between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. Brandon, your Chiefs coming off a rough loss against the Titans, a heartbreaking loss where Andy Reid, tried to ice the kicker, but it just de-iced him pretty much. And Denver coming off a brutal loss to the Patriots. And Brandon, why don't you give your keys for the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos?
Well, first for the Denver Broncos, I think it's more than just a loss for Denver. It is disarray in the locker room. It is guys going at each other's throats, offensive and defensive. And Gary Kubiak can try and dispel that all he wants, but it's a problem right now. And in Denver, this was a team that was looking pretty good at the beginning of the season, in the middle of the season, and right now things are looking bleak. They are not going to make the playoffs. And I think that this is a very vulnerable team right now. They don't have a solid quarterback. They don't have a solid running game. They have wide receivers who are dropping the football. It is not good right now in Denver. And right now I think their best spot is their defense, which their defense was, I won't say gashed, because Tom Brady did not gash them, but he did find some weaknesses. He found enough. And that's all Tom Brady needs, is to find enough to get the win, and he did. Denver right now looks very, very bleak. And I think that what they need to do is they need to hopefully have had a good week of practice. And I think that Trevor Siemian has got to get on the right page with his receivers. I think they have to be able to develop a running game. If they can do that, they can stay in some games. If they could have done that, they could have been in that game with the Patriots, but they were not. I think that they really need to find that running game. I think that you establish that, it will open things up a little bit more in the passing game, and people won't be expecting the pass as much as what they probably will be. So I'd say for Denver, it's that running game with whoever, because they got a number of guys who can do it. They don't have a number one guy out after C.J. Anderson, who got hurt early in the season. They haven't been able to find it. They thought it was going to be Devontae Booker. No such luck. On the other side for Kansas City, I first have to say the Kansas City Chiefs let one get away this past week. It doesn't come down to the icing the kicker. That's just something you do. I get it. It's happened before. You ice the kicker, he misses. Then he kicks, and he makes it. So it's happened before. It's unfortunate, but it comes down to Kansas City not being able to close out a game. You had the lead. You had the lead 17-7. You should have been able to close out that game. You had the lead 17-16. You got lucky that they didn't get the 2-point conversion. Kansas City needs to close out a game. And if they can't do that, they're not going to go too far in the playoffs. If you can't close out against the New England Patriots, if you can't box them out down low, you're not going to win. That's what they need to work on. They need to get better in closing out a game. So Kansas City, I think, will win this game fairly easily. It was a very, very close game the last time, but I think Denver really has some issues right now. Kansas City, I think that they will. I think last week, the loss, I don't like it, but I think that it helps to be like, hey, guess what? You got to play better in the tough moments against good teams. Tennessee's a good team. It's a team that could still win the AFC South. Kansas City, I think, will be able to come to play in this one. Alex Smith, you can't turn the football over in the red zone. You just can't do it. Throw it away. Throw it through the back of the end zone. I'd rather see you do that and kick the field goal than have it picked off in the end zone. So Alex Smith has to hold on to the football. Chiefs have got to close out in the game when they have the football at the end and they're leading. Kansas City, I think, can get this win, but they're gonna have to make sure that they do not turn that football over and that they do what they need to do to get the win at the end. Because what they did last week, it was atrocious. Chiefs win 23-20.
Brandon saying that they will not rely on the Cairo Santos bank shot off the upright this week.
I hope not. I mean, that was fun, but I hope not.
Don't forget to tell us what you think of this matchup down below. Also, don't forget to like this video, subscribe so you don't miss any of our other previews, and we will see you next time.